Hi guys, my name is Jack Queen and I wanted to share my opinions on Chester Bennington. Now, I wanted to wait a little while just before I put this video out to allow for some of the hysteria to come down and allow for a bit of a grief process. A lot of people are very upset and I can understand why. He meant a lot to millions of people and he also had a family and friends that were very close and dear to him. And you know, I wanted to allow for some of the conspiracy theories to die down and just share a more raw opinion on depression and its nature within people. Now, just before I get into this, I just want to say, if in any way you are feeling suicidal or you are feeling like you want to hurt yourself, please, I am begging you, check the links in the description. I will leave links for people if they need to call somebody. I'm urging you. You are important, and if you need help, go and get it. You are not alone. So, in all honesty, I haven't been the hugest fan of Linkin Park. I liked a few songs of theirs, but it's just not the kind of music that has drawn to me. Having said that, I can completely understand why a lot of people would be drawn to the kind of music that Linkin Park put out. It is very emotive and can speak to a vast number of people in the world that feel this way, that don't feel the necessity to speak out in the same way that Linkin Park has for a lot of people. And after it happened, as much as I was not the hugest fan, it really hit home with me. A lot of musicians have been dying, and suicide has been one of those things that is still just not really talked about. And you know, for me as a musician myself, and having issues with suicidality and thoughts of it and attempts, it was difficult. And at first there was that degree of mixed emotions, because you don't know how to feel about these sort of things. A lot of people don't. The thing is, in my mind, suicide, like if you have a degenerative illness that will eventually kill you, people can understand it a lot easier. Whereas suicide appears to be so quick and so sharp that people don't have the time to understand it, when in fact people do. The fact is, it's just as degenerative as any illness you can actually think of. People fail to recognise that depression is also a long-term illness. It grinds away at you, it breaks you down until there is nothing left, and then it takes that away from you. And one thing that I've seen since he's died is, oh, he had 6 kids. How could you do this to his 6 kids? A lot of people still think that depression is a choice, and it is not a choice. Do you think, honestly, that people would choose to be depressed? And as much as I could be angry about the situation, my first thought is that people need to be educated. There's always this constant need to fit in a social construct where we have to appear to be happy or in a good place in our lives in order to make other people happy. Really, that is just not physically possible. You wouldn't ask someone who's in a wheelchair to just get up and walk. So why would you ask the same of someone who's depressed to just be happy? It's just a really long process that I feel a lot of people don't understand. And as much as it can drive me mad, I would rather educate than be offended. Depression is a long-term illness, as is addiction, which in most cases is not based on choice but on circumstance, used as a coping strategy or a mechanism in order to manage day-to-day life. On top of all the pressures of being in like one of the biggest rock bands in the world, it must have been incredibly difficult. Now, I've noticed since recording this that I felt like I've kind of rambled a little bit in my mind, so I just want to sign off with this. Chester was incredible for his fans, incredible to his family, and unfortunately having this illness is what killed him. And the only way we can really truly cure this is to seek help in order to defeat it. I want to stress really strongly, because I felt this way myself at times, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, okay? It is your right to seek help if you need it. If you are struggling, this is why I urge you if you need help, contact someone. I will leave links below. As I've said before, please check them out if you need something. It would mean a great deal to me if anyone who's watching this video gets some help from this. It really would. Be inspired by what he's left, and remember that people care about you and people love you. My name is Jack Queen. Rock on! Take care.